So guys, as I mentioned in the final video of my 3-day fast experiment video series, go check that out if you are joining me only now. Since I did record all my vlogs and blogs at the time of when it happened, which was actually before Christmas, I'm able to give you a 1 month later update right now. So lucky you. Were there any long-lasting effects? How did that 3-day fast have an impact on me, if at all? How did I handle Christmas and New Year's? I'm about to tell you. So question number one, I'm sure you're all thinking, did I binge? After that restriction, did I binge? And the truth is, not really, which was really interesting. So I had what I might call a couple mini binges, in the sense that I had more cravings for sugar and junk food. And I had more of those things, but I didn't actually eat to the point of really overeating like I might have done in the past. So yeah, in the past, when I've had extended calorie restriction, it has led to some massive binges. This time wasn't the case. Of course I ate my fill, when I was having Christmas dinner and enjoying the festive kind of period, but there was no point that I really overate, like to a large degree. I feel like with this experiment, it gave the body a little bit of a shock to the system, but it didn't put it into a mode of panic. I think I was a lot more aware of my body. My stomach had shrunk as well. And I was just, well, that's the point. So what was the next thing that it changed? It did affect the way that I thought about food. It affected my psychology. So a couple different things changed. I was a lot more aware of being when I was full and when I was kind of empty, like the different points of fullness. So satiation, where your hunger's just kind of gone. Fullness, that feeling of fullness, and then after that is the point of overeating. So I always kind of have since then been in that point of satiation or fullness, but not gone past that. I've learned a lot about myself that way. So it really changed the way that I thought about food as well. I think quite often we reach for food as a reward, right? I had those 3 days to come up with other ways to reward myself or entertain myself. So I kind of stopped eating out of boredom, and I stopped eating out of seeking a temporary pleasure. I could see the difference as well between cravings and actual hunger. And that really did make a difference, because the next change, or the next thing that happened, the next effect that happened, or has happened since then, a month later, is in terms of my weight. Trigger warning for anyone who has had issues with disordered eating, etc. I wouldn't watch this next part, but I know I wasn't doing this experiment for reasons of weight loss. However, I'm not the same weight as I was at the end of the experiment. However, the weight that I did lose after about day 1, day 2-ish, it has stayed off. It has stayed off. I think this is mainly due to what I just mentioned about how it changed the way I thought about food, my psychology about the food. It's changed the way that I think about it, and therefore the way that I eat, without having to specifically try to do anything or diet, which is frankly fantastic. So far we've established that even a month on from the 3-day fast experiment, it has had a positive impact on my weight, the way that I think about food, and has not resulted in any massive binging streaks. The question is, going back to the reasons for why I did this experiment in the first place, did it have any impact on my willpower? So my willpower has had its normal ebbs and flows, but the difference is, by doing this experiment, I gained an experience that reinforced a certain image of myself and created trust in myself in terms of seeing things through and in terms of dealing with uncomfortable situations. Because quite often, the way we live our lives, it tends to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you have an idea in your head that you're a quitter, or you don't follow through on things, or you're not successful, more likely than not, you will end up confirming that. You end up having a confirmation bias through all the experiences you have. So what's actually happened now, that whenever I face a new challenge, I'm reminded of this challenge that I've already completed successfully. So it's like, remember that time you didn't eat for 3 days? This isn't so bad, is it? I'm able to draw on that experience and that memory to reinforce this idea that I am able to face challenges and overcome them successfully. And that can be applied to any kind of challenge that you complete, or any new successes that you do have. If you want to see the full breakdown of everything I've mentioned here in this video, please do check out my Medium article, which I will link in the bio. Please do also follow my journey on TikTok. But yeah, I welcome your thoughts. If you're enjoying this, give a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more self-improvement content, and I look forward to seeing you next time.